Hey everyone, so I just looked at the stuff I had filmed and I'm not in focus. I'm not in like super bad focus, but it's not in as focused as my camera could be. So we'll try again in the next video, but try to work through it. Sorry. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. As you can see, a few things have changed. Well, number one, it's 2019, it's a brand new year. Secondly, got my hair cut. Chopped off I don't know how many inches, but a lot of hair was on the ground after she chopped all of it off, but I really like it and it feels way lighter and I love it. Third is the lighting is way better because my sister gave me a ring light for Christmas. That was fun, dragging it from London to Manchester on the bus, but it's here, it's working, and I love it. I love a lot of things. So yeah, I'm now positioned against the wall because I have like a desk running through my entire back end of the room, and so I didn't know how to put my light in front of me and still have the rest of my room as my background. So for now we're gonna stay here. I might put some stuff up behind me to make it a little bit more colorful and a bit more of a background instead of this very pale white, but we'll see. As you can probably tell from the title of the video you're watching, I'm going to be doing a 23 things I learned in 23 years because my birthday was in December, the day after Christmas, or here, Boxing Day. So yeah. Okay, so number one is that not all chai is created equal, because I've been to so many places, Starbucks, where the chai is amazing. I'm gonna keep playing with my hair. The chai is amazing, and then I go to some places that look like really cool hipster cafes, look like they'd have really good chai, you know, but they don't, and it's terrible. And there's so many different types of chai. Like, it's the basic chai, but people can change it in so many different ways. So yeah, that's my first one. Not all chai is created equally. Number two is that McDonald's here is 100% better than McDonald's in America and is way more addictive. Because when I lived in London, I lived just down the street from a McDonald's, and I would literally get myself out of bed to go get McDonald's. I did not ever eat McDonald's when I lived in America, except for when I was like a little kid and like playing on the playgrounds. And I like love Super Size Me, so that's not a thing I normally do, but in England, the chicken nuggets are really good. Number three is important because I get cold very easily, and so I always have to remember to bring a coat to a movie theater, a theater, like for a play or anything, anywhere where I don't know the temperature. Bring a coat to a movie theater. My mom also gets cold, and before we leave the movie theater, we're all like, do we have our coats? Do we have our coats? And then sometimes I think I'm like, no, it's gonna be hot. It's so hot outside. It's Texas. And then I get in the movie theater, and obviously it's air conditioned, and so I didn't bring a jacket, and then I'm just shivering. Or my dad is nice and gives me his big hoodie, but normally I bring the jacket. Okay, the fourth one, I'm gonna read this off because I wrote it down in my notes. It doesn't matter how long you know someone, as in people do messed up stuff, and the people you've known for years can do messed up stuff to you, and people you've just met can change your life. So just because you've known someone for 1 month, it doesn't mean less if they have a positive effect on your life. You feel? I was writing that to my sister because I was brainstorming ideas for this video. You know, it's happened to me. People I've known for years have just randomly turned around and been like, I don't like you anymore. And then people I've known for just like a month have brightened up my life in so many ways. Like the American Girls that have now left me forever, but it's fine. Number five is something that I say I live by, and I mean, I have to keep reminding myself that it's a thing, but number five is a very common phrase, and it is, if it's meant to be, it will be. And it's so easy to just say that, but it's another thing to believe it. Like, I didn't get into UT Austin, and I'm so glad I didn't. I'm so glad I went to FSU. I'm so glad, because I was stuck with FSU, that I like looked into traveling options with FSU, and I was able to go to London for my first year abroad instead of staying with my friends, staying with what I knew, staying in Texas. So if it's meant to be, it will be. Number 6 is inspired by something one of my friends said once, and it is, these are the good problems to have. I actually have good problems tattooed on the side, my side, on my right side. And it just means that, for example, I always give this example. So after I graduated from FSU, I was really sad because everyone was leaving, all of our friends were going to be in different places. Currently, I have one friend in Los Angeles. I have friends in Chicago and around Illinois. I have friends in Georgia. I have a friend who normally would be in Connecticut, but now is studying, or she's working in Thailand. And so we're like all spread out, like 16 hours worth of time change. And so yeah, that sucks. Yeah, that sucks that school ended. Yeah, that sucked. But how much more would it have sucked to have had the worst 4 years of my life and be so glad that I was out of the school, away from people I didn't like. So they are the good problems to have. It is a good problem to like miss your friends because you have people that you love and who love you back and have like a special place in your heart. So I just thought that saying, like, the saying blew my mind when I heard it, and so that's why I got a tattoo of it a year ago on my birthday. Number 7, don't procrastinate. I am a very big procrastinator because if I don't have like a deadline due, like tomorrow, I'll be like, I can go to sleep at 9 p.m. I'm tired. I'm just going to go to sleep and work on it tomorrow. But this is like one of my New Year's resolutions. Make life easier for future Eliza. If you can do it now, if you can do it today, get it done. Just do it. Check it off that list. Just do it. Don't procrastinate. Number 8, walk with a purpose. This is very important in the halls of high school, the halls of, or halls, we don't really have halls in college, the paths around college. It is important in a very busy city like Manchester and especially in London. Walk with a purpose. Don't just lollygag. If you're gonna lollygag, go to the side and walk and lollygag on the side. But walk with a purpose is very important so you don't annoy everyone else around you. For the record, I'm right next to a hospital. Classic Manchester. Number 9, hats help anxiety. And I mean this in the way that when I started wearing baseball caps, my anxiety in public places was lessened. In school, in class, I always felt like, obviously no one was staring at me, but I always felt like people were staring at me. So I wore a cap, and they're kind of like, I guess you can compare it to like a horse with blinders, right? So you can see the people in front of you, but they're like, you would see if they turn around to look at you, right? So the people around you can't really see, and you can see the board, you can see the teacher, it's perfect. In the gym, same thing. When I first started going to the gym, I felt very anxious, and someone told me to wear a hat. So I started wearing hats, and then I did stop wearing hats, still wear hats to the gym, but it just kinda, they're my blinders, and they keep me focused, and they keep my anxiety down, which is always a good thing. Number 10, there is no problem with having an all black closet. When you look in my closet, it's grays, blacks, whites, some blues. I do love my blues, but lots of gray and black, and it's because they're easy to match with everything. Black jeans, I totally transitioned from like blue jeans to black jeans because not only can you wear black jeans like around during the day to school, to work, etc., but you can easily transition them to going out. No one's gonna wear blue jeans to a club or a bar or a pub. Okay, a pub, yes, but not to like a club normally. So if you're one of those people who always wears black clothing, don't fret. Don't let anyone tell you not to. It's perfectly fine. Number 11, delivery, like ordering delivery, is not worth it if you can walk or drive yourself. That's not as easy here because number one, I don't have a car, and number two, a lot of things are like way more stretched out than Tallahassee. But my boyfriend used to order cookies, Insomnia cookies, to his apartment when it was literally down the street. And I would be like, no, don't order delivery. I will walk down and get them myself. For like 2 or 3 months, I worked as an Uber delivery person. And I once delivered some Asian food from the place. It was like a main road, and on one side was this food restaurant place that I picked the food at. I literally drove across the road and delivered the food to this kid who was just in his apartment. And I was like, yo, it took longer for me to go, wait, pick it up and give it to you. And it cost you more money. You could have just walked across the street. So that is actually one of my big pet peeves. I like walking to go get food if you can. If you can, do it. There's no excuse. And you get your 10,000 steps. Number 12 is something I stand by. It is always make a list. Are you going to the grocery store? Make a list. Are you going on a weekend trip? Make a list. Are you going on a 2-week trip? Make a list. Are you at the beginning of finals and need to make sure you complete all the essays and assignments that you need to do? Make a list. Making a list saves lives, so do it. Also important, start the list a few days ahead so you have a few days to remember stuff you would forget otherwise. Number 13, never wait until the next day to fill up your car tank with gas. Don't do it. You're setting yourself up for failure. Do you remember what I was saying earlier? Don't procrastinate. If you can do it now, do it. Make life easier for your future self. And you know that next day is going to be the day where you're going to be late to something really important because you have to stop and fill up your tank. Number 14. Not something I've really had a problem with, but it's good to remember it. Don't miss out fun just because you're trying to be healthy. And that's a big thing in college. So this means like don't skip parties, don't skip hanging out with your friends just because you're trying to stay healthy. Give yourself some leeway. Have some fun. Give yourself a life. And having a life doesn't mean not doing things because you're trying to stay healthy. And this sounds like I'm like, do cocaine. I'm not saying do cocaine. What am I saying? This sounds so wrong. But I'm just saying it's okay to eat that ice cream cone, you know? It's okay to drink a beer. It's okay to have that cocktail. You're living your life. Number 15. One thing I've learned about myself is once I'm made to do something, it becomes a whole lot less fun. And this is basically about working out. In high school, I hated going to the weight room. I hated running. I hated doing all this stuff. And when I got home, I wouldn't make any effort to be healthy or go run some more because I don't know why I'd do that. I just ran for like 2 hours because I was on the varsity soccer team. But and that sounds impressive, but we didn't have enough students who wanted to play soccer, so there only was a varsity team. I'm not saying I'm not good, I'm just saying it's Wimberley, you know? So, I don't know, that's just something I learned about myself. And so I try to, if I don't want to work out, then I won't. And it's like, if I won't enjoy it, then I'm not going to do it. If it's just a factor of me being lazy, then I like push myself to go to the gym. But if I'm not going to have fun, I don't do it when it comes to fitness. Number 16, moving to a new place is never easy. Never easy. No matter how many times I move, no matter how many times I'm older when I move, it never gets easier. When I got to Manchester, I unpacked and I just started sobbing. When I got to London, I unpacked. That's my like thing. When I have anxiety, I just start unpacking all my stuff like and won't stop and putting pictures on the walls and stuff. But anyways, when I got to London, I wanted to go home so bad. And I had spent months like my only dream was to ever go to London. And I got there and just wanted to go right back home. And I'm not someone who really gets homesick because I just spent 3 weeks in Norway and like never was homesick once. So then I went to London and got homesick right away, and it was super weird. Anyways, it just makes it clear that moving to a new place is never easy, but it will get better. No matter what, it will get better. So you just have to kind of wait it out. Number 17 is date your best friend. I worked for 2 years straight to make this happen, and guess what? It happened, and me and him just celebrated our 2.5-month anniversary. So being really close to someone, knowing everything about them, and also getting that like romantic side from them, it's great. Which might be why I dated all my friends in high school. Number 18. In England, at least, never get into a cab unless you have cash. That might be just a Manchester thing. I don't know about London, but cards are not accepted here. So one time I got into a cab to take me home. Oh, after dropping off Nick at the Manchester train station, got in a cab, and then I gave him my card, and he was like, cash only. And I was like, so I ran into my flat and I pounded on my flatmate's door and was like, do you have any change? And I rummaged through, I have like a coin jar, rummaged through that, and it was only like 6-7 pounds, I think. And so we had enough, and paid back my roommate and everything, but that was scary. So yeah, never get into a cab unless you have cash. Number 19. Running on the treadmill is nothing like running on the ground, on real ground. I ran probably every day for like 3 months on the treadmill when I lived in Tallahassee because there's nothing else to do. I didn't have a job. I was really anxious and I just spent all my time running. Anyways, then I was like, I'm such a good runner. Let's go outside and run. And I couldn't even run like a quarter of a mile. Number 20. Nothing makes me feel like more of an adult when the batteries die, and then I'm like, okay, and I go to my drawer and I pull out my new batteries and I put them right back in. I don't know if that's weird. I don't know if anyone else feels like that, but it makes me feel like such an adult. Number 21. There is no sadness that The Office or Parks and Rec cannot cure. I think that speaks for itself. Number 22. Still something I need to work on, but is very important to pay off your student loans. It is very important if you get monthly paychecks whenever you get a paycheck, put a little bit of it away to pay for your student loans. Especially for me, spending money on like clothing, makeup, stuff like that. I'm like, Eliza, do you actually need this? Or could it be going towards your student loans? I have a lot of loans, and so that's something I'm going to be remembering for next year and this year is if you can put a little bit away. Pay off as much as you can regularly because the loans are here to stay until you pay them off, and then that's going to be the most amazing feeling in the world. I'm so excited for that day. The last and final one, 23, is spending your energy getting upset about little things or comparing yourself to others, being jealous, etc. is not worth it. This is one of my major New Year's resolutions for 2019 because I put so much energy into just feeling annoyed and being upset. Comparing myself to others, like I said, because, you know, social media. I have unfollowed like Instagram models, fitness models, because every time I look at them I feel worse about myself. And it's the people who don't really like post fitness stuff. They just like post them looking all skinny on a beach, right? And so you're like, how is this helping me in my life? So yeah, I'm still struggling with it because I do it without even realizing it. But it is very important because if I stop putting so much energy into feeling negatively and putting negative thoughts out there, then I'll have so much more energy to be positive, to work harder on my studies, to be more focused on the things that actually matter. And so that's my biggest thing for 2019 to think about, and my 23rd thing that I've learned in 23 years. So that is the end of this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. I can't really say that word still. Yes, so give a thumbs up, subscribe. And if you have any thoughts on my list, comment down below. Maybe tell me what your New Year's resolutions will be for 2019, and if you've already stopped with your New Year's resolutions, if you've already called it quits, this is me. This is your sign telling you to not quit, to get back up, because this is 2019, not 2018. Don't stay back in 2018. So go out there and have a good day, and think positive thoughts, and take care of yourself, and don't procrastinate, and be a better you. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good day. Bye. Is this cute if I finish videos? I'm like, bye guys. Oh my god. Hi guys. Oh, I forgot to do my little, hey guys, how's it going? I think I might stop that. I keep giving myself whiplash. You're just setting yourself up for failure. Failure? You're setting yourself. So, if you're one of those people who always wears blacks, for the record, I'm not one of the people who lollygag. I am the people. I am